Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here with another brew review, this time number 15 in the Mr. Hops Beer Bible Advent Calendar. We are on number 15 because we are 5 days behind on the normal Advent calendar. But yeah, let's see what they have in store for us today. It's all the way down here. Nice black and red can. I see a church here. I see a lot of buildings here. Keep this beer cool and drink fresh. Beer for thought. Brewery Frontaal or Frontal. Andreas Tripel 8.5% ABV. Well, that sounds pretty good. Artwork by Jenna Arts. I always like when they mention the artist. Can only salute that. The Tripel Andreas portrays the fundamentals of Breda, which is a city not too far from here. I think it's about a 40 minutes drive from where I'm at, which welcomes you to the burgundy glow and gezelligheid or coziness Frontaal has to offer, iconic by history. Ingredients: water, barley malt, wheat malt, oats, hops and yeast. I do get this feeling that these days a lot of wheat and oats are back in use, which actually always has been the case in the olden days. And the past few decades, people just started using more barley, less oats, some wheats, but mainly for Weizen beers, for example. But nonetheless, not too bad. I am gonna take this glass because again I forgot to take up my trusted tasting glasses. Sometimes a bit of an airhead, but let's have a taste. This is the Tripel tulip glass. You guys may have seen it in the past. Ooh, this is an active one. So I think we can establish that this is rather heavily carbonated. However, very nice golden blonde color. Some nice, slightly off-white foam, very dense foam, very thick foam, very creamy foam. A lot of miniature and medium density bubbles. Lovely, lovely color, and I do get a bit of yeast in there. Now, this isn't the first can I've had with yeast in it. Actually, that Big Bang yesterday also had yeast in it. But yeast in a can doesn't mean it's re-fermented in the can. Actually, re-fermenting in the can is not common practice because it is, well, I don't want to say dangerous, but by lack of a better word, I'll say dangerous. Dangerous in that sense that you might have a pressure buildup and the cap of your can would rupture. So economically speaking, it is dangerous. So most of the time they add a bit of yeast, a tiny shot of yeast, just for the looks of it when filling the cans. However, nothing wrong with that. I like my beer hazy, and as you guys know, or you may have remembered, that tiny shot of yeast is not only for re-fermentation, but that also makes the beer a bit more soft and a bit more bitter. Really adds to the body and the mouthfeel of the beer. However, Lovely color, as we already established. This smells quite sweet. And also slightly spiced. No, I have no idea. 8.5%, which is a quite classic ABV for a triple. Anything around 8 or 9 is very classic for a triple. So yeah, let's dive right in. Cheers. Yeah, it is rather sweet. It is rather still, I would say. It seems heavily carbonated because of all the foam. And I don't doubt that it will be heavily carbonated. However, that doesn't reflect in the mouthfeel. I do get some carbonation in there, but it is rather still. It's not very active. But this is a very, how should I say, I don't want to say classic because it's not like the olden days. This is a very typical triple. And by typical, I mean I would compare this to a triple d'Anvers, for example, or any, no matter how qualitative, I'm not talking about quality, but any generic recent triple, and by recent I mean the past 2 decades, not counting some exceptions. But yeah. Now, by generic or typical, I really don't mean bad. I am a fan of like triple d'Anvers or triple Westmalle or all those typical triples. This one is, let's say, sweet bitter, not bitter sweet. It is quite sweet. I think we have a lot of residual sugars. I do taste a bit of coriander in there, which is also very classic in a triple. Again, not bad at all, not saying anything to put it off. And I do get a nice yeasty aftertaste. That for me is a plus. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna say I don't like it because it's a decent beer, it's a quality beer. But yeah, again, not my cup of tea. So Andreas Tripel, however much I like this brewery and the story behind it and the lovely can, it's not gonna score extremely high. Don't get me wrong, I would never pour this down the drain. I like it, it's a nice beer. But I cannot immediately imagine any occasion that calls for exactly this beer. Now, that Twin Cities IPA or double IPA that we had a few hours ago, I could see me drinking that on a warm day or after a day of hard work, even though I think it was an 8%er. This one, not so much. Luckily, I know that Frontaal has, well, I want to say better beers, but I mean beers that more suit my my needs and my wants. But yeah, for me, this is not the best beer they've made. So I am gonna give this a. I'm in doubt between a 2.75 and a 3 because 2.75 sounds so negative. But this is absolutely not my cup of tea. Like I said, it's a decent, well-made beer with a nice aftertaste. But in general, no, a bit too sweet for me, a bit too generic for me. I think that I have a lot of friends that would like this, but no, I'm not gonna buy an extra crate of these. Okay, that all being said, guys, thank you so much for watching again, and thanks for sticking with me here. If you like this video, let me know, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you have anything to say, down here is the place to go. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You'll get a notification whenever I upload something. And if you want to support this channel, just share a video somewhere, spread the love. And I will see you guys again tomorrow with 2 brand new brew reviews. Cheers, you guys.